So I finally tried the TFS mod. But I think it sucks. Lol.
It is unfortunate that you find TFS to be quote sucks lol unquote. May I inquire why?
CC kill MS lol.
Sniff sniff. Is it me, or do I detect a bullshit-like stench emitting from your location? It must be. A carrier, which is referred to as a CV in TFS, is not capable of such a feat.
Negatory Ghost Rider. I saw a CC kill MS lol with my Mark 1 eyeballs.
What you saw was not an ordinary carrier. It was either the CVE assault carrier or CVG strike carrier. Neither of these are ordinary carriers. In fact, the CVG is primarily a combat unit, and cannot produce much more than a mere probe or resource collector. They have different roles and purposes compared to their non-combat counterparts. A CV killing an MS and TFS is as probable as spotting a Sasquatch engaging a dinosaur in Mortal Kombat on the moon.
But they look the same.
I suggest that you go see an optometrist, as I have strong suspicion that your Mark 1 eyeballs are defective. If they were fully functional, you would have observed that the 3D models have been altered. Additionally, you would have read the ship descriptions, which would indicate the differences.
I do not like to read. I can't.
Stating that you cannot read means that you are likely dyslexic. In layman's terms, you're an illiterate bastard.
But, what is a designation?
The fucking names, those are the designations.
Oh. Righto. But, another concern about the mod is that bombers kill MS lol. Ha. Huh.
In TFS there are many bomber variants, some of which can inflict considerable amounts of damage to capital ships. This is a sharp contrast to version 1.1, in which bombers were only useful as asswipes.
But bombers are supposed to suck.
Saying that bombers are supposed to suck because they did in version 1.1 is as logical as stating that consuming your own shit, then shitting it out again, only to consume it again, and repeat over and over again in a ceaseless cycle is a sound way to recycle.
I fail to see any faults in such a recycling system. Seems like an ideal way to cure the food issues in food-deprived countries, such as Antarctica. Either way, in version 1.1, bombers sucked.
This is not version 1.1, this is the TFS mod.
What is a mod?
Shiver me timbers. You are the dumbest piece of walking and talking fleshy flesh I have ever encountered in the wild. Mod is short for modification. A modification changes things. TFS adds many changes, such as vast and complex unit selection, dynamic weapon systems, the provision of new, more complex strategies and tactics, which add to the fatigue of simulated combat. In terms comprehensible for the mentally defunct such as yourself, TFS is kick-ass. A game of TFS will leave you drenched in your own sweat from the amount of brain activity occurring inside of your skull. In your case, you will be jumping around like a damn imbecile. Which, I might add, will make you the perfect target for one lucky sniper.
But I do not like changes. I wanted a mod that made Homeworld 2 version 1.1 like Homeworld 2 version 1.1. Exactly the same, but different.
You are quite the moron. TFS requires a brain working at optimal levels, which you clearly lack.
I think I just shit my pants.
I pity your ignorance, my brain dead lad. Or, lass. You seem like a victim of savant syndrome. Which, if you do not know, it means you are retarded, but with a special talent. Only your talent is being as stupid as fucking possible.